Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic evening. Of course, Tuesday, is it? No, Wednesday evening, wherever you are around the world. And yes, the Reds are back in action tomorrow. Early kickoff, I believe it's 5:45. That again, weird kickoff times for Liverpool in Europa League. We haven't had them so much this season anyway. But wherever you are watching from as well, hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. As you can see, I'm joined by Ricky from the 1892 Reds TV and Jack from the Anfield Road TV. Rick, starting with you, how are we? You enjoying your Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm off this week, so it's Monday every day for me at the minute, mate. I'm just chilling, enjoying it, and yeah, mate, big game tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you definitely enjoyed your Monday in the bar and
Oh,
then left.
yeah, mate, what a night
Paying
that
for
was.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely didn't want to watch the rest of that game on Monday anyway. And
No,
Jack, Jack, how are we?
Yeah,
How you feeling?
yeah, not too bad. You wouldn't get me going out for an Arsenal game. Sod then. But yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure, mate. Thank you for asking me to come on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a game tomorrow that will be extremely difficult, as we speak about tonight. I think if no one's seen a lot of obviously Sparta Prague, obviously flying top of their division so far this season, and yeah, they are one of the best. Have got one of the best defensive records in the whole of Europe so far. So it's not going to be an easy game. So
No, it's not. And again, it wouldn't be Liverpool, would it, without getting one of the best ties in the round. In what is a big week for Liverpool, of course, obviously the first leg, and of course that massive title decider on Sunday. Again, it's a long way to go, but Liverpool, Manchester City, if Liverpool can get something from that, then they would look very, very good as well. But let's get into the comments as well. Saying big up lads, obviously Gary as well, saying Talio all as well. Thank you, Mark, as well, for putting links in the comments. Well, obviously go and subscribe to wherever you're watching from as well. But just jumping straight into it. Now, the last time Liverpool did play Sparta Prague in the Europa League was back in 2011. What I'm about to show you is probably one of the most horrific images I can show you, and that's this Liverpool team back then. Again, when you look at that team, that was the team that faced them at Anfield. Obviously, on that is the last time Liverpool did play Sparta Prague was back in 2011 when Dirk Kuyt scored the winning goal for Liverpool, the only goal in the two games that we did play against them in that season as well. But Rick, when you look at this team and think way back when to that time, I'm just glad those days are not a thing anymore. But when you do look at the difference that Liverpool will be putting out tomorrow, do you think that we go strong because of the week that we've got coming up, or do you think that it will be a mixture of teams?
I think it'll be a mixture, but I'd rather go.
oh, got on mute there, Rick.
Oh, Ricky, you're on mute.
Oh, there we go. Right, see, computer's got a man. Oh, it's got a man of his own. What is it doing? Yeah, see, it's done it again, mate. What is going on there, mate?
Oh no!
But yeah, being hacked here. But yeah, no, I mean, I hope we don't go too strong because obviously injuries, players coming back. We've got a big game on Sunday. The team they're taking over there looks quite like the squad looks strong on paper. I don't think Jaden Danz is going, is he? Because I think he's still got a concussion.
He has got. Yeah, I will get so this is the names that have gone, so you guys can see right now on the screen. No Jaden Danz because Jaden Danz has reportedly suffered a concussion that he suffered against Forest, so he'll probably miss both games, obviously against Sparta Prague and against Manchester City this week as well. Of course, the big name in that is, of course, Mohamed Salah is back. He's fully back now from his hamstring injury as well. But looking at that list, it is probably an opportunity, Jack, for some of the players. Obviously, Musalowski's in that list as well, which, I've seen him a few times, but he's that one youth academy player that I think we were very excited for a couple of years ago, and it hasn't quite worked out. But would you be in agreement with Rick in saying it would be a mixed bag tomorrow for you? Do you think that we go strong to keep rhythm with the team?
Yeah, getting rhythm's important, especially Salah, minutes under the belt going into the game on Sunday, mate. But I think in terms of gone are the days and recent seasons, I think this year we've learned so much of the young players. I think gone are the days of where you'd expect Liverpool just go with youngsters and them to be not of the higher caliber that we have seen so far this season. But I think whoever does play in terms of Mizalowski, obviously a young player that, if you're not aware, obviously had high hopes in the Liverpool's academy over recent seasons. But I think a bit of bad attitude combined with a bit of bad form with injuries as well. I think you go back to Samuel Yati, obviously the German striker that was obviously Liverpool signed from Werder Bremen, Bayer Leverkusen a very long time ago. So it's one of those players. Mizalowski made up that he's getting the opportunity tomorrow, and if he does, I think this is his time to very much shine. I think from his point of view, in the last 12 months, I think he's been looking to potentially get a move away from Liverpool. I think obviously his agents and that, but I think Liverpool have just said to him tomorrow night, right there, there's your opportunity. Now go and show the rest of, go and show Jürgen and go and show the Liverpool fans what you're all about. And if he does take it upon himself and he does really well, then hopefully he's another name on this youthful Liverpool side that we will hopefully grow a bit of custom to in the years to come.
Yeah, 100%. I think as well for tomorrow, there is that bit of a gap there of like, again, you can possibly come away with the thought of, again, not losing. I think if you walked away with a draw tomorrow, because again, people go, oh, it's Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague are actually a very good team. We were looking just before we came on as well. Again, I'm not going to say I know 100% of their qualities and negatives, but again, when you're top of a league and you've only lost one game this season, it's a very good showing. Especially, I think as well, they beat Galatasaray in the last round as well. I think they drew the first leg and then beat them 3-1 in the second leg as well, which again, that's difficult in itself.
One against Galatasaray, who are historically in recent seasons Champions League side, mate. So
yeah, exactly. And when you do look at the quality of the Europa League, like I know people go, oh, you're in the Europa League, blah blah blah. But when you do look at it, it's more competitive, I would say, than the Champions League has been.
100%. Yeah. For me, historically, it will be interesting to see in terms of, obviously, we've all seen the format and of the Champions League and Europa League, and made up the people at the bottom of the Europa Champions League actually get knocked out and eliminated from every European competition, because that's only fair. I'm speaking about you, Sevilla, mate. Just go away. If you're doing rubbish in the Champions League, then get eliminated. But yeah, mate, I think obviously in terms of, as I mentioned top of the show, conceded only 15 goals this season. I think they've got a XG in terms of goals against than Liverpool this season as well. I think it's 0.73 in and around that. So that's absolutely phenomenal, mate. You know what you're going to be coming up against tomorrow. A very good defensive side, but certainly a team in transition that can really punish Liverpool on those attacking thirds of the pitch.
Yeah, 100% as well, guys. Let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. We'll get to everyone's comments as far as I can see them as well. Thank you to StreamYard for that. Red Machine's in as well, saying Europa League needs to be moved to a Wednesday with UCL. In my opinion, I don't like Thursday to Sunday at all. It could be something that they do with the new league, obviously next season, because there's so many games. I think the only game tonight was Sporting due to policing, I think for tomorrow.
Obviously, I think both Lisbon teams playing on a Thursday. I think that's what wouldn't have worked anyway. But 1-1 finished. If you didn't see it, chat, obviously Atalanta hitting the post. Could have really come away from that ground. Obviously, the only team to beat Sporting Lisbon so far this season at their home ground in the group stages of the competition. So keep an eye on that tie. Two very good teams going at the but Sebastian Quartas, another name of ex-Liverpool players hitting the post as well tonight for them.
Exactly. I will quickly ask the chat as well. We did this off stream as well. So I showed you the team for the last time the two played. Can you name me the last team that went away to Sparta Prague as well? There's a few
Don't cheat, chat.
interesting players in there as well. If you can name it, and you know, you get all of it, you get a gold star as well. But Red Machine's gone. Keller, Gomez, Canate, Konza, Simicas, McConnell, Clark, Sabozlai, Kumas, Gakpo, and Harvey Elliott. That would be a real mixed bag. We have to go strong and set us up for City. City winning 3-1 now, scoring 2 goals very early on as well. Yeah, 100%. And Rick, I think, looking at it, obviously having Mo back is a big thing. I probably suspect him to start tomorrow at least, due to, again, he's played what was it 10 minutes against Brentford, and then he's been missing for the last 5 weeks with injury. But what do you think for Mo? Do you think he'll be give him 60 minutes and then take him off, or do you think that it'll be that Jurgen might go, oh, we'll give him the last 20, get him match fit then in that sense, and then Sunday will be the big one against City?
Yeah, I think he'll start the game, and they'll try to get a couple goals, maybe go ahead quite quick. Depending on what it's like at halftime or just after, I think he'll come off quite sharpish. Then I don't think he'll see out the whole game. I don't think he'll see out majority of it. I'm hoping it's just a half. Same with Sabozlai, same thing. Both of them two coming back from injury. Just get some minutes in the bank ready for the weekend. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because he come on a lot earlier than what was expected against Brentford. I think they only wanted to give him like 20 minutes because Jota went off. He come on, played what, 60 minutes was it?
About that.
Yeah, so that's what's probably setting back a little bit, but it's going to be interesting to see what it's like at the tomorrow. And hopefully, fingers crossed, no injuries because we need a bit of luck.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you do look at the injury, it's good though, the fact that Jurgen Klopp's spoken about Gakpo and not Gakpo, sorry,
slowly coming back, which is good.
Yeah. So I think the big news is the fact that, again, Curtis Jones is on and off a boot. Obviously, Cody Gakpo. He wants to go to Gakpo. Gravenberch, sorry, is fully off a protective boot, which is good news. Of course, I think Jurgen did say that he will be back, I think, after the international break, which, again, is good news. And that's the important thing, I think, for Liverpool now. Obviously, the next week and a half is massive for Liverpool because we've got, the 2 legs against Sparta Prague, Manchester City, even Manchester United away from home is huge in that sense as well. Because again, we speak about now, just fighting for everything in the quadruple. But in a week and a half's time, it could look very, very different. Again, a tough game against Sparta, Manchester United away at Old Trafford as well. We're very much now getting down to the busy side of the season.
The crunch side, it makes this what defines big teams as well. Obviously, just where historically Man City have really kicked on. I think considering what they've done in the Premier League, but obviously this is where Liverpool in Europe really kick on as well. I think obviously our history speaks for itself. But in terms of balancing it, I think we'll do well. I think when we all analyse the Liverpool squad, I think you two lads have just gone through a couple of the injuries as well. I think we're just got to be confident, lads, and chat as well. Going into tomorrow's game, not going to be easy. Looking in terms of their, obviously, goal output, their great defensive record. I think whoever goes out tomorrow night, I think it might be marshalled by Virgil van Dijk as well. I think he done a stellar job like he did in the Wembley Cup final. I think we've got that right blend of youngsters. Gone are the days pre-Jurgen Klopp where it was with Kenny or the Rodgers where you'd have 1 or 2 prime start 11 players, and then obviously you've got a lot of inexperienced kids, and then this was a typically under pre-Jurgen Klopp game where I remember Rodgers playing Gerrard on the bench in the Bernabeu. It's like, what are you doing, lads? I know that we obviously weren't favourites to go through that, but that typical European game where you're not anticipated to win, but we're a different animal now, which is amazing. And I think whoever does play, I think we should be full of confidence. And I'm hoping to see Darwin Núñez lead the line. So it's to jump the gun there, Con. But I think if Núñez does play, I think we can really stamp out authority within the game as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think as well, if Liverpool can end the tie now, again, it gives you then that gap of rotation for the Anfield tie. But no, you're spot on. It's mad to actually think before Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool never got to a Europa League final before in the days of Kenny and Brendan Rodgers. The fact that Liverpool never got to a Europa League final compared to, you look at the teams that did win it, obviously amazing teams. I think when you do look at it, obviously the Atletico Madrid teams back in the day, even the
2001, obviously Liverpool, obviously under Houllier, really won it, mate. Obviously but it used to be, it is common practice at Liverpool. Obviously our history, European history, speaks for itself. I think obviously it's not ideal, but let's not be football snobs and turn our nose up at a European place. In all honesty, I think we are living in
a European trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, we are living in it's the last season under Jurgen, so and we all knew the storylines going into this competition. It's not the Champions League, but if you're in it, go and win it. Like, in all honesty, we've got our Champions Wall. Obviously the AXA and every wall we can put it, because we are very proud of our football heritage in terms of winning all of our trophies. So yeah, go and win it, mate. I think if you get a little bit of a look at a draw, but I think at this moment in time, you are in this stage of this competition. Post this round, if we can get through, you're looking at Champions League teams anyway. I know it's Europe, as you said, Connor, at the top of the show, the caliber jumps bare levels going into the next rounds, but we need to get past it first.
Well, we'll take in a bit. We will take a look at every other game in the Europa League, because I think, as we did mention earlier, the qualities on each game is really, really good all around as well. But obviously, get your guys' comments in as well. I feel us scoring early on Sunday. I just feel it will be all too quick for City, but I hope so. Fingers crossed. I don't know if it's the best to start Mo or bring him on later. Depends on how he is. And yeah, that's the big thing, isn't it, chat? We don't want Mo Salah rushed back like it was against Brentford, where he was brought on, like as Ricky's mentioned, in terms of playing 60 minutes, and then he's out there for another couple of weeks. If Liverpool want to keep him wrapped up in cotton wool for the City game, then again, there's plenty of quality there on the right hand side. You could play Harvey Elliott there. Szoboszlai could be there as well as a potential option. There's again, the Liverpool are not lacking in quality anymore, because again, even if it's the young lads, there's no significant drop off, I would say, from the lads. I think when you look at the midfield, like you look on the weekend, Bobby Clark looked really, really good in Liverpool's midfield. And to think back 10 years ago, like when we were speaking about that Liverpool team, if we were to say, oh, Liverpool's going to have to play their kids, I think all of us would be like, oh Christ, that's 3 points gone. Or
who would you compare that to back in the day as well, Chad? Give us some names, like obviously Jake Speeden, Christ almighty. Danny Pacheco at the time as well, a young lad with a lot of expectation, really didn't kick on. There's so many
in Sewer at left back when he first
came
through.
I liked him Sewer at left back.
You only liked him for that Arsenal goal. That's the only reason why you liked him.
That's how much levels we have come on as a football club, and even post Jurgen Klopp, we are in such a good position. Like the excitement of, it's not just the excitement for all of us, every Liverpool fan around the world. Like this starting 11's amazing, and like 1 to 14 probably got we've got certainly one of the best squads, but it's post that as well. Like we spoke about, whoever comes in the managers, see, it should be jumping, not just because it's just Liverpool, but in terms of the crop of players coming through. If you're a manager that likes to play with you, if you are jumping at the opportunity to manage this potential next 5-10 year, hopefully a glory years of bringing top elite young talent through from the club's academy. So fingers crossed.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? With whoever the new manager is, whoever comes in after Jurgen, is the fact that they've got such a a dynasty already built in terms of youth.
That will be a requirement in the CB as well, mate. I think, in all honesty, in terms of getting young players through an academy system, that might frustrate a lot of us, because I think we'd like to bring in a ready-made manager to come in and straight win trophies right away. But it might be a different thinking, and we can't get Alonso. Then I think we need to think maybe possibly a bit different in relation to the youth. Sorry, Jacob.
Well, no, you spoke about, Sporting earlier on. Ruben Amorim is there, and he definitely likes using youngsters for his team. I think when you look at that Sporting team, I think even tonight it was, it's got experience. They don't get me wrong, but it's their youth academy has been obviously producing world-class stars for years through there, of course. But again, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Jurgen would complete the set with the Europa League trophy. Yeah, more motivation to go for it. I think of I just purely think of Jurgen as Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet when we talk about him completing the set, which again, that'll be really, really good. But Mark's saying, just annoyed that City are allowed to challenge for the title with all their rules breaks. They should have had points deducted just for the amount they have as well. So, yeah, well, hopefully that will get sorted out, I think, by the end of next year. Fingers crossed. But as well, you speak about that. Leicester, I think it just came out about an hour ago. Leicester have also been breaking rules. So. There's reports of Leicester even got to sell. I think it's around 60 million if even coming up to the Premier League next season if they do that. So again, it's going a bit wild in terms of the spending with everyone. And Ricky has just left. Ricky's just got finished. But
City probably get some. Was it Leighton Orient in Champions League draw next or something? You never know. Hello.
Are you right? I'm sure my computer's getting hacked. I'm telling you.
Did you want to go and check it out? Or are you okay?
God knows how to check that out, mate. I'm just seeing random stuff pop up on here, mate.
Well, if you gotta go, let us know.
I think it's because I think it might be because of the mouse pad, isn't it? So it's just like clicking random. I don't even know, mate. It is what it is.
Better not be opening the Everton Football Club.
Mate. Ryan Garcia's got hold of my laptop, mate.
Oh no, Mark, you think Klopp will allow that? It's game is never. What's that? And how often do we concede first this season? Look, it's I swear it's just something that Jurgen likes to do. It's like, yep, sound concede first. We'll just go on and score for again. 5 in the game, or score in the 90th minute and cause absolute chaos on Twitter. I think that's the best thing for Liverpool. Anyway, but 1-0 Madrid, Vinicius Junior as well. But Ricky, are you looking at some dodgy sites?
Mate, do you know what? The only thing I use this laptop for is Football Manager, innit? Like, I never do anything else. Like, I don't even stream off it. Normally, I'm on the other computer upstairs with the camera and everything. But this computer, I don't know, it's on a mind of its own. Like, so yeah.
You see some random footy manager come up or something else.
Area 51's doing my laptop.
Well, I did ask you lot in the chat anyway to name the last Liverpool 11. The
Jack got a couple.
Prague. Yeah, I did see the chat get a few. I know that there was a few David and Gogs in there, but if you can see on the right hand side of the big screen, let me make that bigger for you guys. That was the official last team that played Sparta Prague in the Europa League, which when you do look at it, Jesus Christ, and you can see we drew 0-0. Obviously Pepe Reina, Glenn Johnson, Carragher, Kyriakos, Borkai, Wilson, Lucas, Coit, Maxi Rodriguez, Raul Morales. For some reason, Fabio Aurelio playing as a 10, which again, I don't think that's right, but and David Ngog up top for Liverpool, which again, depressing times for us. Which again, look, thank God that Liverpool has died and hopefully it just remains dead in that sense as well. But going on to our starting 11 prediction for this game, obviously we said about mixed bag. Jack, what would be your starting 11 to face Sparta Prague tomorrow?
I know everyone's this last week, especially on X, on Twitter and all that, saying, do we really want to go too strong? But I think the main thing, and rhythm, I think, watching this Liverpool side, I think we've had a habit in certain years where we've got a big game on the horizon. Very rare might that be had anyway, where you are playing a big boy and obviously you might have you might qualify in the Champions League or whatnot. But for me, I'd go obviously Kelleher in goal, and these nonsense rumours this week, just don't. But it's not even like anyone can make a social media account now and just blag that at anyone and everyone and important. So yeah, Kelleher is fit as you would anticipate. I'm not playing Adrian. Obviously I go Gomez, Van Dijk, Ibu, Robbo. Then I go Endo, Bobby Clark, and Maka. Then I go Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah. If he's fit to be on the bench, he's fit enough to be starting for me. I don't know.
Could see it. I think, I definitely see Mo.
Strong but
yeah, it's obviously a mixed bag there. Obviously, Bobby Clark in the midfield as well, which again, I'd like to see him having some parts of tomorrow as well. But Rick, what would it be for you? Would it be a mixed bag like Jack, or are you going to go strong?
I'm going Adrian in goal. Bradley.
Wait there. For a guy that despises Adrian, by the way.
We're one injury away from Keller from it all being over, lad. So Adrian, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Gomez, Costas, McConnell, Clark, Szoboszlai, Salah. Who else is in that squad, lad? Have you got that list still? Kumas in it.
Yes. I'll quickly get that back up for you. There you go. There's the squad.
Kumas, Salah, and I'll go Gakpo.
Could definitely see that happening. Obviously,
I'm gutted as well, lads, and chat. Bendo this season getting injured like the worst time. Because if we think about like the youth that has been getting an opportunity this season, Bendo would have been front and centre of that like youthfulness coming through.
He could be done, mate. He could be finished.
Hopefully he's not. Like that
it's a fully bad one, isn't it? Because it's the hamstring and
no, it's ACL.
Was it ACL?
Yeah, and for someone that relies a lot on his pace, like Doak does, mate, ACLs ain't a pace killer.
Yeah, no, exactly. Again, though, he's at the age where he can recover, if that makes sense. Like he can definitely recover from. But you are right. Like look at Lucho. Like Lucho, I still don't think he's fully recovered from his knee problem. But you hope that Bendoak can have some impact. Like because you look at even Ox. Like Ox was never the same player after his knee injury, which was a shame because that 17-18 Oxlade-Chamberlain was outstanding and one of Liverpool's most informed midfielders at the time.
The maddest one was Owen back in the day, wasn't it? Like that when he come back from all those injuries, just destroyed him. Especially as Ricky said, a player like Doak or a player that very much one of the biggest assets as a player would be their pace. So, and even Torres, like when he sold him to Chelsea, he was finished 6 months before we'd even sold him. So thankfully Chelsea gave us 50 mil for him. But yeah, it's just sad really. But you'd like to hope that even still at his young age, Bendo, he's got plenty of time to very much regrow those muscles and like for him to come back to full fitness. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, 100%. I'd probably agree though with you two in terms of a mixture. I think Keller does start, even though Adrian might be an option for rotation purposes. But yeah, Conor Bradley I think starts. I think Joe Gomez and Konza both start. I think Costa starts. I wouldn't be surprised if we see McConnell in the 6, Bobby Clark alongside Maka, and then Gakpo, Salah, Diaz. Potentially, I think that's what I'm going to go for. I think
we need to go into Sunday's game with momentum, though, mate. Right, we need to go in the mindset of coming off, because from an attacking sense, an attacking point of view, obviously we spoke about their record from a league point of view. They are one of the best sides in Europe, and it will be interesting. Obviously, when we come into the City, we are up against one of the best teams in Europe, one of the better teams in the Premier League as well. So it will be a test, and it will be a very good test. It's not like we're playing a mid-table Czech Republic. They are the creme de la creme in that competition. So it should be a very good test.
Yeah, 100%. I think, and just looking at their last 5 games, again, you look at, they do concede in pretty much all their games lately, but it's only by the odd goal. But then again, like I'm looking at it now, they scored +3 in all the games. What have you done, Ricky?
Mate, I figured out what was happening.
What have you done?
Mate,
text to speech, is it?
No, I've got like a wireless mouse, and then I've left it in the bag, and then the bag's behind me, and obviously it's fucking. Oh mate, I need a nap.
Don't know your granddad's new technology people, because you just do what Ricky does.
It's the poltergeist behind you, Rick. Can you not see him?
Mate, it's because I left it in this bag, innit? And yeah, I'm leaning on the bag and it's moving the mouse in the bag, innit?
Bloody hell! If your head wasn't screwed on, you'd lose it. I swear to God. But
I know I've got no hair in it. I'm just
completely forgetting everything all the time. That's what you do.
Mate, old age.
But we're gonna go with score prediction. Jack, what's your score prediction for the first leg tomorrow?
Then I'll go 1-1. I think this will be. I want us to absolutely rock up and slap the back to our leg, but they are a very good side. In terms of, statistically speaking, they're key players to keep an eye out for. Top goal scorer this season for Sparta Prague, obviously Lucas Halslin. Obviously, he's an attacker. He's got 10 goals, followed by Jan Kuchta. Obviously, he's got 7 goals anyway. But in terms of top assister as well, in terms of creators, obviously Vlečko Blachmanovic. I've completely butchered that. There we go. No one clipped that. Blachmanovic. He's got 9 assists. And obviously Kazim Lassi, obviously getting 6 assists. Obviously he's a midfielder. But in terms of goals scored for them this season, Liverpool have got to be extremely careful on set plays as well. I think in terms of when you look at statistically, when I've looked at it, Ladisla Kresvic, obviously he's got 5 goals for a centre half, and for a full back anyway. Yeah, I think he's a defensive player anyway for the side. He's got 5 goals, and they are, looking at the data going into this game tonight, mate, they are a team that do score, not overall reliant on set places, but they have scored quite a fair bit this season from set plays. So I've got a couple of very big lads as well, so got to be very wary. Obviously, we've got big Virgil in that, but especially on set plays, keep concentrated and look to hopefully hit them on the counter if we can.
I was just quickly having a look how tall he was. He's 6'2", that defender. So again, and I think just looking through their defense, they've got, again, pretty much the majority of them are over 6 foot, which again, set pieces. You look at that Brentford away last season. That just reminds me of
it's the Slavia Prague game. Remember when we played them? We played them in the past anyway. Red Star Belgrade as well. Teams like that. Teams that from that part of Europe. They are very big sides, and especially on European. Even though there's only 20, I think there's about 20,000. 854 is their capacity. I think Bournemouth might have a slightly bigger stadium than them, but I tell you what, that 20,000 will probably sound like 50,000 tomorrow night, especially when Liverpool rock up as well.
Well, when I think people to forget though as well is the fact that you mentioned Red Star Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade's actually won a Champions League, which I think many people do forget in that instance as well. But Rick, are you in the same agreement with Jack? There's going to be a draw tomorrow. Or do you think Liverpool are going to win?
No, I think we win, and I think we win comfortably. I'll go 3-0. I think it'll be. I just think we're too strong for them. I know they're top of their league. I haven't watched anything of them this season.
Yeah, well, I changed mine. I go 2-1. I agree with Chas. 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I just think we'll win and get it done, and then we can get the big boys off if they start. And yeah, it's like I know it's an important game, but it's hard not to have one eye on Sunday, really.
That's the mentality that, like, especially under Jurgen Klopp, we never had that mentality. I think we just focus one game at a time. But like, if we're gonna do that, Rick, we need to batter City on Sunday. Like, if we get beat tomorrow or don't have that, like, we're not 100% switched on, then we arrive on Sunday and we're a bit off the pace first 20 minutes. Like, 20 minutes, you can lose the game against us.
Yeah, like, I mean, even if you're not switched on tomorrow night, we could get punished. Like, you can't underestimate any team in football. Know what type of game football is. Anything can happen in games, but they probably won't be one eye on Sunday. But obviously, us as fans, it's different. We just want to get through the 90 tomorrow with no issues or injuries or anything like that. But yeah, it's just hard not to look to Sunday, really.
I think the big one is, like, you remember, like, Atletico Madrid, the first leg. I think Liverpool respected them a bit too much, and we didn't really, like back then, like, obviously in 1920 Liverpool were the best team in Europe, and we just sat back for a night, and that eventually cost us. And that could happen again tomorrow in terms of having not again, we respect Sparta Prague, but we need to go then go, look, we're Liverpool, we're going to turn up, have a result, and then Sunday, we go again. In that sense.
And we're very fortunate, Ocon and Rick and chat, that Jurgen Klopp has built this environment. It's in terms of mentality within the squad. I think he'd be absolutely fuming, probably more than every single Liverpool fan, if he rocked up tomorrow and did have that attitude. But he certainly won't be doing that 100%. So that he won't. But yeah, I'm excited, mate. I think going into every game this season, whether it's Premier League, FA Cup, obviously the Euro Champions League, being that next season, thank goodness. The Europa League this season, just go into every single game this season and attack it, go for it. And we have got a squad capable now, thankfully, with the young lads coming through, that we are confident no matter who's playing. I think Kelleher has put a couple of doubters to bed this season. His quality is there. We just need to keep him fit now, come what the end of May, because we will need him. We'll need every single Liverpool player. So whoever goes out tomorrow night, do us proud as well. So
yeah, 100%. I did say we would look at the other Europa League games as well. We'll quickly get that on the screen as well. Again, I spoke about quality in the Europa League. As he play again, Liverpool, Sparta Prague, Roma, Brighton. That's going to be one hell of a leg. Karabakh against Leverkusen. You suspect Leverkusen should win, but again,
do score quite a fair couple of goals. Karabakh. Was that the team that surprised Real, or am I thinking of someone else?
No, that was Sheriff, wasn't it?
Sheriff,
yeah, Sheriff.
But Marseille, Villarreal, Champions League game. Benfica Rangers, Champions League game. Freiburg, West Ham, Conference game. Milan Slavia Prague, Champions League game. So,
Champions League.
Got a lot of quality.
League.
Yeah, but West Ham, there's only hammers in there. Truly, no. He's deserved to be here, and I think he should do the job. And hopefully we can avoid them, because it's never nice getting an English team in the next knockout.
Well, I was about to say, out of these teams that are left, who are Liverpool's biggest threat for this European Cup?
Leverkusen, straight away. Leverkusen, and No, I'm not going to say AC because we absolutely slapped the ass of them when we played them. That's what's annoying about last season's Champions League. We battered AC Milan with what's his name in centre half, Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips was Cruyff turning Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the San Siro, mate. And then for some bizarre reason, both Italian sides, both Milan sides, go to the semi-final of the Champions League. The 1 year we're not in the Champions League, really, like, well, the one that we get eliminated from. Anyway.
Well, to be fair, if we had won the group last season, we would have got an easier.
Lads, we would have won. We would have battered City in the final. Tell you that now.
Well, the way we was playing last season, I'm not so sure.
Nat Phillips was censored afterwards.
I wouldn't want to be the team to give City their first Champions League.
Wouldn't happen, that. No.
I don't know, you know. The last season was an actual wreck. I was actually taking a look at the results back last season when we lost in February and March, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like how on earth did we survive that?
That's what goes my head in, that Adrian season, mate. How we got eliminated, well, we all know why we got eliminated in that Champions League. But we was playing so good that season. Like, ridiculous.
Well, it's like the 2020 knockout style that they had in COVID. Liverpool would win that, like 100%.
They need to bring back away goals. Away goals.
Oh, I miss away goals.
Yeah, like, it makes it so interesting. Like, I mean, I'm watching City absolutely slap Copenhagen.
That's it.
Copenhagen, it's 3-1, but like Copenhagen have obviously got an away goal. It could have made it a little bit interesting. Like, but they're just ruined. And this new format coming in for all European competitions is shambolic as well.
Well, growing up as a kid, it would always be Liverpool, Chelsea, Champions League semi-final, and you'd always have that threat of away goals, and it would just add to the drama of it. And it's like this league. Obviously, UEFA come out with a video, didn't they, explaining everything that's going to happen from next season onwards. I just don't like it.
It's just a glorified Super League.
It's the Super League.
It's the Super League, but Europa League.
They blocked the Super League and like kicking off with every like thing with it, and they've just kind of made themselves one.
Yeah,
like play 2 extra games.
If anyone knows the difference of the prize money as well, I want to be interested to know what the difference is for a win.
There's not. To this. It's the same. It's the same money.
Is it the same?
Same money, and from 1 to 8 go through straight to the knockout round, but you don't get more money from finishing 1st or 8th. You don't get any extra. You all get the same.
I want to know how the draws are, like the top, like the big teams are like seeded. So is everyone seeded and then everyone?
It's everyone's in one big table. Everyone's in one big table. It's something to do then what games are played.
I'm sure the league winners are seeded.
But you can't. I'm guessing you can't play your own nation.
No, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
because on Football Manager you can play your own country's league team.
Slap City, slap Arsenal, get them out of the Champions League.
We know what UEFA are like. No English teams are going to play each other.
No.
They're not going to have the prospect of any of them going out.
But it's stupid as well because there's no second legs, is there, in the new system? There's only 1 games.
Yeah, you play 8 games.
Yeah.
No, I mean once everyone's like, because obviously play 8 games, obviously top of the league, whatever, 8 teams go through to the next round. Then you got the rest then face Boston. But I mean, like in the knockout stages, or whatever it's going to be. I don't think it is. I think it's 1.
Yeah, no, it's 2 legs.
Is it 2?
Yeah, the semis I see in 1 leg. Surely
it's just stupid. Like if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like UEFA, like simple. Increase the prize money.
Yeah. Well, basically, what you get is, say you get 8
guaranteed,
games.
Like
you played 6. Yeah, you played 6 in the last Champions League. You're basically getting 4 million quid or 5 million quid extra if you win them 2 extra games that take you to 8. That's all it is. You're just gaining an extra 4.5 to 5 mil for 2 extra games if you win them both. The 8 teams that go through skip a round, and then they all fight it out with each other from 8 to want to say 8 to 16, is it? They like fight each other out.
If you are teams though, like so for Liverpool, for example, we could mix we could rotate midweek, and let's say we get 16th. We could then go full on strength and beat everyone and win the Champions League. I don't think that's right, because there will be teams that might do that. They might go, okay, we've got a good enough second team. City, for example, City have got a good enough second team to get the top 16 or the top whatever in that Champions League list, and they could go, okay, then we'll just go and beat everyone. Then like this, such a stupid, because for me the Champions League is you've got to be at your best to win, if that makes sense. And like even the Europa, I think is it different for the Conference League? It's like it's less teams. I think they've got to like ultimately qualify. I'm not too sure, chat, but I think it's just very, very stupid.
Yeah, because the Champions League is from 8 to 25. Yeah, so the first 8 through, then it's from 8 to 25. Fight it out in a playoff, and it's just like, oh mate, all bets are off, mate, when it comes to that round.
What's ridiculous as well, Chas, and is that England hasn't got 5 spots, but that's only because all the other English clubs are shite in Europe.
Yeah, it goes on cards.
UEFA points in it.
Yeah, UEFA points, cards,
and heritage.
No, it's not.
No, it doesn't go off history.
Does it not?
No.
Why would it be demeaned on cards?
So what would need to happen?
Disciplinary.
No, but what would need to happen is like Liverpool and City will have to win the Europa League for there to be a 5th spot, and the Italian teams would have to. Well, yeah, City would have to win the Champions League, and Liverpool will probably have to win the Europa League, and
probably will happen.
And hope the Italian teams don't do that good.
Well.
Yeah, because Germany's 100% got a 5th spot in it, because their points, I think, are uncatchable nearly.
Spain speaks for itself because they got Sevilla and bloody Real winning everything.
Yeah, well, but to be fair, I think Spain are Spain 4th in the list or 5th, I think, in it. So I don't even know if they'd be in contention for it, but they need
Newcastle and Man United. Newcastle and Man United done themselves over by going out the group stage. Absolutely. So I got no. If you listen, I don't agree with a 5th spot anyway. It should be the top 4 as per usual. I don't even. Do you know what? I don't even agree with that. I wish it was back how it used to be. The league winners are the only team that win the European Cup, and we'd be there this season, wouldn't we? Because we're winning the league this season. You wouldn't have City in the Champions League next year because they wouldn't be winning the league.
Doesn't help when Real Madrid win the first 5 Champions Leagues in a row that it was rigged. Basically, entering themselves and then placing every other team in the competition. So yes, you haven't seen that chat. Go and check. Yeah, go and check out what happened then.
It just sounds like the Tories giving themselves freaking praise. Like if you go like today, obviously don't want to talk about
no
it too
politics
much,
on football.
No, it's not. But Jesus Christ, my head hurts.
Is politics? Xabi Alonso's going bad minute. What? Oh no.
We'll do a video on that this week.
So, Connor, you've been let down by Jude, and then Connor, I expect Connor to be doing a 24-hour live stream when it gets announced. If it gets announced that Alonso's going to Bayern, and you just sit there crying.
Connor's going to be like Ian Building. I've got nothing left. Mbappe as well. Oh, Mbappe, Jude, and Alonso.
No, don't start. Mbappe was never realistic, right? And by the way, this fraud at the bottom's done more videos than me.
Who, me?
No,
that one.
At the bottom. You were.
I don't know. I was down there in the bottom, but Ricky got it.
No.
Yes, Mbappe.
I ain't done one, mate.
He is joking. There you go.
Yeah,
but no, but. Look, I don't care who the next Liverpool manager. I've got the ideal one is Alonso, but if it is Amorim, then I'd be happy with Amorim. If it was anyone else, then we might start talking about it for next season.
Amorim is just another Brendan Rodgers, mate. Sort that.
Hang on a minute. Do we want to talk about who you want as Liverpool's manager for next season?
Oh, do tell.
Graham Potter. Wait, what? No, that's a joke.
Mate, I'm on the Potter train.
Who, Connor?
Don't say who. Ricky can be my backup here. You want a certain Brighton manager.
Yeah,
at
my
the
man's
football
He'd
club.
be a good manager, lads.
all day on
No,
the
I said
PS5.
Alonso's my priority. But if
No.
you can't get Alonso, then you're getting De Zerbi. And I'm not buying all this. Oh, he's lost about 10 games in a row. Just go and watch Jurgen Klopp the last season of his Dortmund career, mate. Getting slapped by Hoffenheim and Jar teams like that, mate. That I can't even pronounce.
Hoffenheim had a really good team
Can
back in 2015.
can we have a little discussion about De Zerbi, right? So De Zerbi took over Graham Potter's Brighton team,
Yes.
used the same tactics and the same formation Potter used at Brighton, got him Europe using that squad.
He got Brighton Europe.
Then listen, using Potter's tactics, Potter's team, he then decided to start his own tactics. Wait, he then started using his own tactics, his own team selection, and he flopped it.
Lads, have you seen Brighton's depth?
De Zerbi's shocking, lad.
Okay, just listen to Pep Guardiola, who knows a lot more than all of us.
Pep Guardiola spoke about raving about Bielsa. Bielsa finished that Leeds team.
Who? Is he a BTEC Power Ranger, him, lad?
That Bielsa from Leeds. Pep was
Bielsa,
bigging him up.
Bielsa.
I know I've got major dyslexia myself, lad.
Just call me, I'm Paul Merson's mate, innit? Just call me Paul Merson. But, lad, he ruined that Leeds team. Don't listen to Pep. Pep's just bigging up every other manager going. But he don't big like none of his rivals up. I heard him once talk about Arteta.
It's a big it's major if we can't get Alonso though, Chas, in all honesty.
I don't think we do.
If we can't, then who do we get? Like all the data guys and the analysts will be doing an amazing job, but we need to get it right. Would you imagine Salah, if we don't get it right in like 2-3 years post Klopp, for what Everton Klopp has built, might come quickly tumbling down after about 2 or 3 years.
I look at it though, and I can't. And this is me taking bias away from it. I can't get why Bayern Munich is a more attractive job than Liverpool.
Guaranteed titles.
But why would you want that? You've just beaten them. Like for me, if I was Alonso, I would just stay at Leverkusen.
I'm not
build that.
Sorry, Dick, I'm not buying this notion of absolute utter garbage from rival fans going, or when I've seen it on big sports television companies, by the way, as well, going, Alonso's gonna shit the bed because he's following Jurgen Klopp. Nah, mate, his son was born in Merseyside. He won the Champions League. If a manager, or any manager, for example, backs their own ability as a professional manager, it would be an honour to manage Liverpool. Same with Bayern Munich as well. But if I'm any elite manager, I'm going to Liverpool. Like the historic.
Do you know what it is?
The Real Madrid job will always be there for Alonso.
But the same as that Bayern Munich job will always be there for him.
Because they've had 6 or 7 managers since Klopp's left.
When it's 10.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Something like that.
So they're going to chop and change.
That's the thing, and the fact is, Bayern Munich are always going to be that team in. It's like PSG. People are going on about PSG about Mbappe. PSG will still be the number 1 team in the French league. Same as Bayern Munich.
They are finished as a football club, by the way, chat as well. Like they are finito. Soon as Kylian Mbappe leaves, League One will be dead. Like obviously they're sponsored by Mackey's FC now, so enjoy your fries when you're watching Dembele, who probably will go to Real Madrid.
I wonder, would the McFlurry's machines be working there?
Nah, you can never get it. And I worked in Mackey's. Like they don't work.
Come back next week and they're still not working after they've said they're gonna do. But no, again, if anyone's watching the repeat as well, let us know your guys' thoughts. But I would agree with the other lads and everyone else that says that why would Alonso pick Bayern Munich? For me, if I was Alonso, I would just, if you're not ready for the Liverpool job and you don't think you're ready, stay at Leverkusen, build something there, build them to be the number 1 team in Germany. Again, you got Champions League with Leverkusen next season. Like, build something off of it instead of going to Bayern Munich, because again, it's boring.
If Alonso doesn't back his own ability, I don't want him to manage Liverpool. Like if he honestly thinks he can't, and but no, he's a World Cup winner. He's a Euro winner. He's a serial winner. He's manager. His dad was a manager.
Future. He is the future.
But we need to get him in. He is going to be like Pep Guardiola. If he comes into Liverpool, he will be our version of Pep Guardiola. He is young. He's one of the best coaches in world football at this moment in time. He plays some of the best football we've seen over the last 12 months since he's been there. He is special.
But the thing with Alonso, though, is I can't be asked with the Real Madrid links every summer.
But that's fine, though. Yeah, it'll always happen. The links will always be there.
But you look at the comments, though, boys, when you've spoke about he's done countless interviews with Liverpool publication websites and everything when he wasn't manager. And it's all there on YouTube and everything. Go and check it out. Great interviews. And he just says he felt more at home at Liverpool than he did Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. He said that himself a couple of years ago. So I don't think he'd be chatting bare wham then. And I don't think he'd be chatting bare wham now. I
think the big thing is the fact that, and look, this is a little bit probably taken out of context, but pick up as well. We'll quickly read the comments before we do head off shortly. But I think the big thing that has come out, obviously tonight with the reports with Alonso and now
don't be believing these
wait.
Journalists are pumping out utter shite. By the way,
it's the British journalists that's come out tonight and said that Bayern Munich are ahead of Liverpool in the race for Alonso. The one thing I will say, when it does come to Christian Falk and does come to Florian Plettenberg, I would take it with a huge pinch of salt with them because, again, they are Bayern reporters. Bayern are currently in a title race with Leverkusen because Plettenberg's also reporting that Bayern have had conversations with Frimpong, which, again, I don't think's happened at all. But, again, once then you get the David Ornsteins, if Ornstein was to come out and say it, then it's 100% legit. But, again, if anything does come out of Germany, and more so Bayern reporters, take it with a pinch of salt before you do ramble on about it. But obviously tonight, it was British reporters that did report on it, which, again, for Liverpool, it's Liverpool not out to the race for Alonso. But, again, I think a lot can change in football in a day.
We need to sort of sporting director out first.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Listen, I think it's quite. I think it's quite embarrassing of a club that's known Shamak, or whatever you pronounce his name, knew he was going in the summer. We knew this was his last year to January. He's gone. Why haven't we got one lined up and signed in the door already? It's tragic. I think it's embarrassing. A top club like Liverpool, and we're struggling to sort of sporting director out.
I think
we're having to beg Edwards to come back.
I think they're waiting to announce it in the international break, but just do it now.
I'm telling you, and this not being doom and gloom, because we've got a lot of positives in terms of Liverpool next season, but we've got to be extremely careful. It could come down crashing like a deck of cards, mate. A tower of cards, because it's one thing, because Klopp was everything. He's like Ferguson, he's like Guardiola. These managers are very rare in football. Once in a blue moon, they come about and they have full control. It's not a case of just them being allowed full control in certain aspects. I know everyone will go, obviously, the data guys and the transfers and all that. But in terms of the hierarchy of the football club, Jürgen was, it just enter a room and the negotiations would be already done. Players would want to play for Jürgen. And obviously with Xabi Alonso, his history speaks for himself. But you need to bring in that level of quality. But sadly, at this moment in time, in European football, putting aside Alonso, another one or two young managers, we mentioned the Sparta manager, maybe, if we can't get Alonso. But, I mean, top stellar managers. And they're very, very rare to come across as well. But you'd like to hope Liverpool have already done their business November, December time, before when Klopp already made it up and probably hopefully gotten the blower to a couple of his well-respected managers and said, do you want to get an interview at Liverpool? I recommend you.
well, Jurgen did say, didn't he? He said the best young manager at the moment is Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
So if you want any more of a recommendation, there you go, FSG. But no, I would agree. I think Liverpool do need to sort this sporting director stuff out again. If Edwards has said no to whatever plan FSG have got, stop begging around, get it done, get someone else in, and we go again. And we go for I think the big thing as well, Liverpool have changed back to data. That obviously because Jurgen was such a big person at the football club. Obviously, last summer it was reported that he was taking more responsibilities at the football club. But Liverpool at their best was data driven. And hopefully that is something now that we do go back to with the new manager for next season as well. But let me quickly get towards
it's all right,
guys'
boys. Remember the years gone by, Klopp wanted Brandt over Salah, but yeah. So it's one of them. The data guys know what they're doing, so hopefully they'll do well.
100%. But Maxine Alonso will never get this offer again. I would agree. Maybe in the future, but again, if his whole thing is he'll go to Bayern or Liverpool and then Real Madrid, again, he could be Madrid manager for the next 6-7 years if it goes that well as well. But Evening Wigs as well, hope you're doing well, mate. Obviously, Mark saying, how are you, Wigs? Naked Mark been doing 12 to 15 hour days in the past week, been renovating my bathroom, never done anything like this before, but I'm smashing it, to be fair. A lot of work through it good as well. Yeah, big up to Wigs as well. Quickly scroll down. Wiggs also saying FSG too slow to catch a cold. They've had plenty of time to find candidates as well. Yeah, 100% would agree with you on that, Wiggs, as well. But before we do it off, thank you very much for everyone for tuning in. Jack, have you got anything coming up on Anfield? Are you doing a watch along tomorrow for the game?
Watch along tomorrow, mate. Thank you for having me on. And obviously we are streaming on my channel, but please, anyone haven't subscribed to the Cop Council and of course 1892 Reds TV, go and check the lads out. Drop a subscribe. Massive thank you, lads, and I've enjoyed it. And Reds, hopefully we go into tomorrow's game and we absolutely, fingers crossed, wipe the floor with them and just get the result. I'd happily take a 1-0 like I did against Forest as well, as long as we get an advantage going into the second leg, so you can ask for.
Yeah, 100% as well. And Rick, thank you for coming on. I believe you are only a few away from 1,000 now, so if anyone isn't subscribed, go and subscribe.
I want to say 19. Maybe.
Start pushing out those streams, lads.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
You just don't have your dodgy mouse in your backpack next time, and you'll be fine.
This thing, mate.
It's levitating above your head, lads. Magic.
You know what I mean?
Him and Graham Potter on that mouse, lads. Sounds.
Mate, if you get a second, have a look at Matthias Nunes' finger.
Oh. The City midfielder. Oh, I don't know. So I don't like any of that.
I'll take a look at that in a minute.
That bad boy.
But yeah, if you want to go into it, then please do so after the stream. Anyway, please be advised. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of their days. Anyway, hopefully Liverpool can win the first leg tomorrow, of course. In what is a big week for us, of course, obviously that City game on Sunday as well. That's a huge game coming up anyway. But again, good to have Mo back, good to have Szoboszlai back, and obviously, hopefully Liverpool can start tomorrow with a win, and then we move on to Sunday anyway. But
drop a like on the videos as well, everyone. If you haven't already done so, drop a like, smash a like. Really just help out, not just on our channels, but on everyone's channels as well. Really gets the videos out there. So do your job.
Took the words out of my mouth. Thank you, Jeff, for that. But yeah, hopefully.
That's your job.
It's a job. It's your job. But again, hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your day. Go and subscribe to everyone's channels. Get 1892 to 1,000, so then Ricky can do a full.
Stop doing live streams, and then just retire on the cable.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Just get Luke to do them all.
If anyone has any punishments for 1,000 for Ricky, then we'll get something going for it.
I'd say shave his head, but not work.
We can shine it like a bowling ball.
Me grow a beard down there, it just doesn't happen, mate. Sadly,
I might get a ginger wig.
What?
Strawberry blonde.
Strawberry blonde.
Vicky, if you want Vicky to look like Ice Spice at the end of the season, just hit that subscribe button. There you go,
That's
lads.
Yeah, if
That is
you
it.
reckon you get a hair transplant.
Yeah, I want to go Turkey and get the tattooed hairline, and I see my hairline come all the way down there, mate.
Yeah, we can live stream just getting felt tip, lads. I can come round and do some felt tip.
Yeah.
We'll do that at the end of the season. That's what we'll
Might
do.
get the Mo Salah hairstyle.
That and some Scouse brow as well, lads.
God's
Yeah.
sake. But hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your day.
Yeah, what you say there, lad.
Go and subscribe to everyone. Get Ricky a strawberry blonde hair, and we'll
Get
hopefully
Mickey
see you
looking like
tomorrow.
Ice Spice, chap. Get him to a cake. Come on. That's all you want to see as well.
But yeah, go and subscribe to everyone. But yeah, until next time, guys, that's gonna be it from us. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. See you guys later.
I've been Jack and he's been Ice Spice down there.